In today's fast-paced world, time is of the essence. We've all been there. Plans change, emergencies arise, and suddenly you find yourself needing to travel internationally on short notice. You're set to pack your bags, but there's one problem. Your passport is either missing, expired, or maybe you never had one to begin with. Panic sets in as you wonder how you're going to sort this out, especially when the clock is ticking. In this video, we'll unveil the surprising truth about how to get a 24-hour passport. So stay tuned as we'll walk you through this groundbreaking approach step by step. Viewcation presents the surprising truth about how to get a 24-hour passport. The reality of 24-hour passports. Let's start by setting the stage a bit. Admittedly, getting a passport in 24 hours is not a walk in the park. The process is filled with hurdles, from limited availability to stringent criteria and a high volume of applicants. According to the State Department, the standard time for passport processing can take up to 9 weeks. Even expedited services take 4 to 6 weeks, which can be a significant inconvenience, especially for first-time applicants. So if you're considering this route, you should know the odds are stacked against you. When do you really need a passport in 24 hours? The need for a last-minute passport often arises in emergency situations. Whether it's for urgent medical reasons, humanitarian work, or other valid circumstances, the urgency's real. A passport isn't just a travel document, it's a bond of trust between you and your country. This makes it a sensitive issue, and the authorities are cautious about who gets quick access to a passport. However, there are instances where last-minute travelers do manage to secure a passport quickly, especially if they meet specific criteria. Meeting the official requirements. To be even considered for a 24-hour passport, you need to meet some strict conditions. First, you should be traveling within 3 business days. Your need must be urgent, falling under categories like life or death emergencies. You'll also need to provide authentic documents to support your case, like medical records or other forms of proof. There are 26 regional passport agencies in the US where you can apply, and you'll need to secure an appointment at one of these agencies. You can also use online services like passportsandvisas.com to expedite the process. Common cases for quick passport approval. There are specific scenarios where you're more likely to get one. These include showing proof of an international journey that departs within 48 hours or medical emergencies that require immediate travel. In these cases, you'll need to be physically present at a passport office at the allocated time. Online appointment slots are also available to make the process smoother. Medical emergencies and priority processing. If you need to travel due to a medical emergency, you're in luck. Passports are often awarded on a priority basis for such cases. You'll need to show valid reasons for treatment abroad and may even apply for a caregiver's passport alongside the patient's. These urgent cases are handled by the Ministry of Interior Affairs, and you'll need to present your case convincingly to be considered for quick processing. Official appointments are a must, and you should aim to travel out of U.S. territory within at least 2 weeks to qualify. Types of expedited services. When it comes to expedited passports, you have several options. These range from new U.S. passports for first-time applicants to second valid passports for dual nationality holders. You can also apply for passport renewals, corrections, and even fast-track visa services. Other specialized services include child passports, name updates, gender corrections, and the U.S. passport card. Professional help. When to seek it. Sometimes the process can be overwhelming, especially if you're dealing with it for the first time or facing a complicated issue. In such instances, professional passport consultancy services can be a lifesaver. Companies like passportsandvisas.com offer specialized services that can guide you through the labyrinth of requirements, appointments, and paperwork. They can expedite the process and help you avoid common pitfalls, making your life a whole lot easier. The bottom line, plan ahead. While fast-track and same-day passport services are available, they come with their own set of challenges and are often reserved for extreme cases of urgency. If you don't absolutely need to fly out of the country within 24 hours, you might want to consider slower options. Professional services can also help you get your passport in as quick as 3 days, offering a middle ground for those who need to travel soon but not immediately. Planning ahead and understanding your options can save you a lot of stress and ensure that you're prepared for any travel emergencies that may come your way. Now that you know how to get a passport ASAP, let's take a couple minutes to cover a few other things you might want to keep in mind when planning an international trip on a severe time crunch. Packing smart. When you're racing against the clock to catch an international flight, packing can feel like a daunting task. The key is to focus on essentials first. Make sure you have your travel documents, including your newly acquired 24-hour or expedited passport, visas, and any other required permits. Next, pack a small bag with must-have items like medication, toiletries, and a change of clothes. Remember, airlines have strict baggage policies, especially for international travel, so keep it light and efficient. If you're unsure about what to pack, there are plenty of packing lists available online tailored to different kinds of trips. Tech prep. Stay connected and informed. In today's digital age, staying connected while traveling is more important than ever. Before you jet off, make sure all your devices are fully charged and consider bringing portable chargers. Download essential travel apps that can help you navigate foreign lands, translate languages, and convert currencies. It's also a good idea to inform your bank about your plans to travel to avoid any financial hiccups. Most banks have mobile apps that allow you to set travel notices in just a few taps. Lastly, make digital and physical copies of important documents, including your passport, in case of loss or theft. Health and safety. When you're in a rush, it's easy to overlook basic health and safety measures, but these are critical. If you're traveling to a destination that requires vaccinations, some clinics offer last-minute appointments. Also, don't forget to pack any prescription medications and a basic first aid kit. Travel insurance is another must-have, and thankfully, many providers offer instant policies online. Make sure your policy covers emergency medical expenses, trip cancellations, and lost belongings. Finally, familiarize yourself with the local emergency numbers and closest healthcare facilities at your destination. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you have any plans to travel abroad this year? Let us know in the comments section below.